Hi! Sorry, my hair's wet because I've literally just got out of a bath. But I wanted to film my Vlogmas now. I don't really know why. So, I was thinking about my favourite bits of Christmas. And I love the food, which I've done. I love the TV, which I've done. I love the songs, which I will do. I'll do like a top few Christmas songs. But that deserves like a whole video. I was thinking about Christmas movies, which are amazing, but I found myself remembering some, and it was like too many for like a top 3 video on its own. So each video is going to be me talking about a specific film. Yeah, and they're all going to be Christmassy. Yay! Woo! Woo! I think this film is better than Love Actually. Whoa. 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 It's The Holiday. Side note, there shouldn't be spoilers in here, but because the aim of this is to try and give you a bit of information about the film for you to watch on your own. But knowing me, there may be some accidental spoilers. Hopefully there won't be, but I'm sorry, I'm human. In London, Iris Simpkins writes a wedding column in the newspaper and nurtures an unrequited love for her colleague Jasper Bloom. Oh. Near Christmas, she is informed that Jasper is engaged to marry another colleague and her life turns upside down. In Los Angeles, the movie trailer's maker Amanda Woods has just split with her unfaithful boyfriend Ethan and wants to forget him. Through a house exchange website, Amanda impulsively swaps her mansion for Iris's cottage in Surrey for the holidays. While in Surrey, Amanda meets Iris's brother and book editor, Graham, and they fall in love with each other. Meanwhile, Iris meets her new next-door neighbour, the 90-year-old screenplay writer, Arthur, who helps her retrieve her self-esteem, and also meets the film composer Miles, with whom she falls in love. I'm sorry if the falling in love is a spoiler to you, but it's a Christmas rom-com, and it's like they can be slightly predictable like that. It's still worth watching because it's amazing. Iris Simpkins is played by Kate Winslet, that right? Just a second. Yeah. And Amanda is played by Cameron Diaz. And so they swap. And both houses I'd love to live in, FYI. The American mansion has a swimming pool in the back, and the English cottage is like a stereotypical countryside home. And it's really funny. One of my favourite bits is where they first enter the house for the first time, because Kate Winslet, as a Brit, is running around this massive house with it's got a huge TV, all these DVDs, and all loads of space, and then she sees the swimming pool and this massive bed and all this kind of stuff, and she's just falling in love with the place. She's running around screaming her head off, and it's brilliant. Cameron Diaz has a bit more of a rocky start. She's wearing high heels, and it's icy, so she's skidding around. She's got a suitcase, that's the word, suitcase, and she's trailing it on behind her. She's slipping over and all this kind of stuff, and she finally gets to this cottage, and she's like, oh. And then she settles in. She gets a bit drunk there as well, and which is really funny. When she gets drunk, it's quite funny. But yeah, no, another one of my favourite bits, which I'll briefly mention, is when Kate Winslet ends up going out on this dinner with the screenwriter, this 90-year-old man, who gives her a bit of advice that is still in my head, and one of the reasons why I love this film. Iris, in the movies we have leading ladies and we have the best friend. You, I can tell, are a leading lady, but for some reason you're behaving like the best friend. Which is just beautiful. And she responds with, "You're so right. You're supposed to be the leading lady of your own life, for God's sake." And then she goes, "Arthur, I've been going to a therapist for 3 years and she's never explained anything to me that well. That was brilliant. Brutal, but brilliant. It's got some really, really sweet moments because Jude Law's in it and his character has kids and the interactions between him and the kids are adorable. Watch out for one of the best characters in the whole film, Mr. Napkin Head. I love it so much. I love it so much. Also the way they the two characters first meet, because they talk via the internet, and there's this great bit where they're typing, and because you can see what they're both typing, there's this bit. I found it on my I'm Iris, by the way. I'm very normal, neat freak, healthy, non-smoker, single. Stops, fighting back tears, then adds to herself, hate my horrible life. Then Amanda, I'm Amanda, to herself, loner, loser, and complicated wreck. And that's brilliant because it's something we all do. It's just, we introduce ourselves like, hi, I'm Catherine. And in my head I'm going, I'm completely insane. I thought I'd end by reading what is said right at the beginning of the film. So, I found almost everything ever written about love to be true. Shakespeare said, journeys end in lovers meeting. What an extraordinary thought. Personally, I have not experienced anything remotely close to that, but I'm more than willing to believe Shakespeare had. I suppose I think about love more than anyone really should. I'm constantly amazed by its sheer power to alter and define our lives. It was Shakespeare who also said love is blind. Now that is something I know to be true. For some, quite inexplicably, love fades. For others, love is simply lost. But then, of course, love can also be found, even if just for the night. And then, there's another kind of love, the cruelest kind, the one that almost kills its victims. It's called unrequited love. Of that, I am an expert. Most love stories are about people who fall in love with each other. But what about the rest of us? What about our stories, those of us who fall in love alone? We are the victims of the one-sided affair. We are the cursed of the loved ones. We are the unloved ones. The walking wounded. The handicapped without the advantage of a great parking space. Yes, you are looking at one such individual. And I have willingly loved that man for over 3 miserable years. The absolute worst years of my life. The worst Christmases, the worst birthdays, New Year's Eves brought in by tears and Valium. These years that I have been in love have been the darkest days of my life. All because I've been cursed by being in love with a man who does not and will not love me back. Oh God, just the sight of him. Heart pounding, throat thickening, absolutely can't swallow. All the usual symptoms. So go watch The Holiday. It's amazing. Love it. And Merry Christmas.